Okay, let's see. We're live on YouTube. And we're getting there.
Live on YouTube.
Yes.
All right. So we're about to make it on. Trying to get Facebook Live going for all you YouTubers. Give us just a couple minutes here. It's going to be a great show.
All right.
Bear with us one more minute. We're almost there.
Let's see.
Better turn that off. We'll be having a bunch of that.
All right. Unfortunately, we are live.
We are live. Facebook Live. YouTube Live. Great. That is awesome. Well, everyone, welcome to Controlled Chaos Live. Episode 5, I believe it is. The episode right after the Iron Bowl. I'm pretty sure y'all can just sense the excitement and the intensity I have to actually win the bet with Frank Lee. As you remember last week, 2 weeks ago, me and Frank made a bet, and it said whoever lost this bet had to do the whole show as a cheerleader. So, as you can see, I'm not dressed as a cheerleader, so I guess you can tell who won the game. So, anyway, here in just a couple minutes, I am going to bring Frank out for everyone to see and for Frank to do the cheer. So, let me see who is all here. Let's see. Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Thanks for watching. We're going to let just a few more people come in. So,
Yay!
Frank has had a little fun with us before. I think you guys are going to be really impressed. Frank did a good job. So, all right. Here we go. I am going to get up and walk around. I'm going to grab the cameras and I'm going to turn them, and we are going to get Frank out here. So here we are. Countdown. All right. All YouTubers and all Facebook Livers, here we go. Without further ado, let me introduce to you Mrs. Frank Lee.
Yay!
Oh, this is awesome.
All right.
Oh, look at this. Hey, I need to see an aerial. Do you know what that is? An arch, maybe? You close. That was close. Let's see.
I'm kind of new to this. So.
You should have studied up on your cheerleading moves. Now you got to do the cheer. You got to do the cheer.
Right.
You want me to do it along with you? No, you got to do it by yourself.
What was it? My pom-poms bring all the boys to the...
Oh, that wasn't it. No, that was not it, Frank. That was a different one. It was like, okay. Go, fight, win.
Go, fight, win.
I'll never
go to bed again.
That's right. And go big blue.
Go big blue. I feel so dirty.
Oh yeah, it kind of does. It's about the same way you do when you say roll tide. I know, but Frank, hey, look at those legs, everyone. Stockings. He even got the. Yeah. This is awesome. I love it. You put a lot of effort into this, Frank.
Well, that's okay because the next bet, I'll win.
I'm not betting. I'm not going to do it. I was actually willing to.
He says that he won't do it.
I was actually. Oh, one more time, one more good time. Let's cheer around. Cha 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 cha. Yeah, all right, excellent. This is awesome. I love it. You know, actually, if woo, Lord Frank, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right, give us one more minute here, you guys and gals, and we'll get set back up to start the show.
So yeah, this is. I think the reason that it could have been worse, I think, somehow, in some kind of bizarre way.
It could have been, you know, actually, Frank, to be quite honest with you, I was willing to quit the team and quit the show to not have to wear a cheerleader. If I would have lost, I'd have left town. I really would have. I'd have left town. I'd moved back to Florida. So as you can see, everyone, I am joined by my host, co-host, cheerleader, and new Auburn fan, Frank Lee. Frank Lee, introduce yourself. Let's say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. Please help me.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, we have had a lot of fun since the Iron Bowl. Taking a lot of pictures. Thank you, Laura, for posting the Walk of Shame. Hey, you got to stay on the show the whole hour, Frank. You can't. The Walk of Shame pic, I love. I have that as my screensaver on my phone right now. So we have had a lot of fun with the Iron Bowl. Of course, Auburn wins. They beat Alabama this year. So all the Auburn fans out there, I know how we usually are after the Iron Bowl. We're good people. We're nice, and we don't want to rub it in too much. But I'll just have to come out and say, if you're sitting next to an Auburn fan or an Alabama fan, I'm sorry. If you're sitting next to an Alabama fan, just get one more dig in them. And the one thing I've been doing the last couple days is I'll look at an Alabama fan and I'll go, so what are y'all doing this Saturday? And that'll get them every time. For all the ones that's playing football this weekend, we get to play. Y'all get to sit at home and watch the game this year.
Right.
Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see. We have a couple of Alabama fans in. Linda, nice for you to join us. Thanks. She gives us a roll tide. Right. And she says legs. Oh, wow. She was impressed with your legs. You do have some nice calves.
Oh, thank you.
They were real nice.
Well, I would have done more. I would have done a few more kicks and things. The problem was, getting a leotard in my size. So, you had to just go commando.
My cousin Andy Jones, he has some sympathy for you, but he's a roll tider too. So y'all all kind of stick together. Christina Caldwell is watching, one of our good friends. Thank you for watching, Christina, and joining us to help me just embellish in this moment right here. I am loving it. I have loved it since Saturday.
I'm glad that everyone could tune in to watch my dignity die.
Cheryl Lynn Carter is joining with us. Hey, Cheryl. She said that was great, Frank. So she enjoyed your little cheer. Right. Actually, I thought...
I'm glad somebody did.
Actually, there at the end of the cheer, you acted like you kind of want to say, "Go Big Blue, Donald, I hate you." Because I heard you practicing it in there earlier right before we went on. And I'm glad you left that part out, but still, it's... Serena Lee Harris is watching. Look at there, hey.
So some things are implied,
She says she knows now to never dye her hair orange. But it looks great on you, though. It really fits your complexion. Right. You need to blend your makeup in a little bit better right there, and then, hey, man, you'll be perfect.
I think that this doesn't contrast with it too well.
I do have to say, yes, Linda, he is a good sport. He held up to his end of the deal. Probably I wouldn't have. I'd have probably left town and moved back to Florida if I would have lost, but that's okay. Each his own. So I'd have probably left him here in the show, just hoping for me. I'd have done it. I would have done it, especially after halftime of the Iron Bowl. Alabama comes out, gets the ball, and drives right down the field and takes the lead. Right then, I started Googling uniforms, cheerleader uniforms, because I was like, here we go. Now, Alabama made adjustments, and they're going to tear us up. But it didn't happen. proof.
I wished it had happened, but it didn't happen. I wanted it to happen. But it didn't
So,
happen.
other than the Iron Bowl, we had Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
You know, we did have a holiday in between, you know,
Right.
so we do have to talk about that, which
I ate too much.
I sure did too. I mean,
It's, you know.
it was great. It was great getting together.
I think my outfit's a little tighter now.
I'm sure it was, yeah. I don't know how much tighter it can get because it's pretty close now, but no, I'm just messing with you.
Right.
But hey, we hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, had some good times with their families, ate some great food. I know I did. Got a little bit of hunting in. So we had some good times off. The Iron Bowl was great. It's all in fun. We always enjoy it. There are some out there that do take it more serious than others, but we don't. As you can see, we're sitting here side by side. We're just having a lot of fun. So welcome to Controlled Chaos. For those of you just joining us, this is not a weirdo show. We are PG-13. This is just the guy.
Right. Nothing weird going on here on this show. Nothing weird. Completely serious.
Oh, let's see. We got Scott Meadows. He says, looks good on you. Nowadays, it does not matter if you want to be a cross-dresser or not. Right? So it's acceptable now, according to... So, Angela Moffett Rogers says, Frank, that is a nice look. You are getting a bunch of compliments.
Right.
Oh, remember the rally winners, the ticket winners last year to the investigation? Richard Vermillion?
Yeah.
He is watching, so I'm pretty sure he is probably wondering what is going on. He lost a bet, of course, so...
Right.
So, you know, we're going to have to do that throughout the show. Come on.
Right, so they don't get the wrong
Exactly.
idea.
Like, what in the heck has my friend shared to my page? I mean...
That's all we do here. Serious paranormal research and cross-dressing.
Oh, Lord. He goes, wow, Frank. Another compliment. Heck yeah. The farmer's tan just sets the look.
Right.
I didn't even notice that. Oh, that makes it even better. Oh, that was Beth. Hoy Wagner. Thank you, Beth. I love that one. Love it. Oh, so what are we learning tonight, Frank?
That's that I have no dignity left at this point in my life. And, you know, I've been thinking a lot this week, mostly about what decisions one makes throughout their life that leads them to
Right.
sitting somewhere on video in a cheerleading outfit.
Well, Cheryl says what happens on Controlled Chaos stays on Controlled Chaos. But unfortunately, we archive all our videos, so I'm going to be able to pull this one back up at any time. I'll probably share it quite a bit over the next year or so until next Iron Bowl.
I'm sure.
So, but the show material tonight we thought about, since it is the holidays, and everyone is getting together. We spoke a little bit about it, the show before Thanksgiving, about having more paranormal activity present during the holidays. And with all the new people coming around,
Right.
yeah, especially missed loved ones.
Right.
And
I just happened to realize something our Facebook viewers might see, just a slight hesitation, but it'll just be for just a second.
all right. So we must be having a little bit of technical difficulties for just a second here, but we will be right back on Facebook Live. Don't leave us. If you're still on with us, YouTube Live.
There we go, and we are back.
We are back.
God,
Good.
There's a draft in here, huh?
Well,
maybe that's...
no high kicks behind the camera.
Right.
That's so
Stop staring.
right. All right, here we go. I think we are back now. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, we are back on. Hello, everyone. Thanks for bearing with us. So as we were saying before we had a little technical difficulties, is that we were going to talk a little bit about paranormal activity around the holidays and how we think that it's possibly more us than anything. that is causing this activity to increase.
Right. Right. That so something to consider on a serious note, says the guy sitting here in a cheerleading outfit with the wig on.
It's hard to take you serious talking about.
Why does nobody take me serious?
Oh Lord.
So something to consider is the holidays are an emotional time of year. That it's stressful. A lot of people are you're thinking about Christmas presents. Why does traffic outside keep slowing down and looking in here?
They do tend. We're going to be drawing a crowd out there before long. Maybe we should have covered the windows. But
it's because I'm so pretty.
Ooh, I don't know, Frank.
That
we're gonna leave that one alone. Pink says she loves the hair.
Right.
She's been trying to achieve that color for years. Just come on over here. Frank's got the dye and everything in his bag. I'm sure he can fix you right up. Got the curlers and everything. So hey, he's good to go.
But yet, during the holidays, people are a lot of times we get stressed about money. We got busy schedules going on. There's just so much. Time with family is usually stressful. So we're at where we are emotionally is at a much more elevated state. We're kind of on edge during the holidays. I mean, from right there, literally after Halloween all the way through New Year's.
Oh yeah.
And
the stress levels and the anxiety levels, the stress levels of having to get the house ready, all the food cooked.
Yep. And
Frank coming over to eat with us, that raises your stress levels quite a bit, just knowing he's coming over. So, all that stuff tends to manifest into energy that you're putting off.
Right. The thing about it is, all of this extra energy that we that's going on in our mind, it imprints in our environment, and that's what leads to a residual haunting or a place memory is, a moment in someone's life who it's so significant that it imprints into the environment and can be played, received, whatever, 100, 200 years later. So the one thing that they all have in common is they all come from a living person. It might have been the last moment of their life, but they're alive when these imprints are recorded. So we have to consider, what are we imprinting? And when we're in we're going to the same places every year, most of us.
Yeah.
We're in the same state of mind, and then we're all in a house full together of a bunch of people, all going through the same exact thing at the same exact time.
Right.
So maybe this year might seem a little more active than last year. And the reason is, how much of what you're feeling during this time of year, while we're in that increased emotional state, how much of it are we picking up from residual energy that we imprinted last year? It's there, and now this year we're in the same place. Well, we're picking up on that, and then our stress ramps up even more, so we imprint more.
Right. Yeah.
Which causes an increase next year.
Right.
So
now, with you saying that, how would you deal with residual energy that you don't know if it comes from you or from a spirit that is visiting you?
That is a tough question, because really, when it comes to residual hauntings, there's not much you can really do. It's kind of for anyone born in the 80s or before, this is something you'll pick right up on. Anyone 90s or later, you might not understand this quite as much, but think of like film or like audio tape.
Mm-hmm.
You can remember when when we were younger, when you could go and you buy a blank cassette tape, you record something on it, and it's there, and it's going to, whatever we recorded is imprinted onto that tape, and it's going to be there until we go back and record over it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we record over it with something new, maybe a new song on the radio. You know, how many of you remember catching your favorite song on the radio and hit record just in time?
I remember.
And getting so mad when right at the end of it, you know, the DJ would start talking instead of letting the song play out.
I don't talk through the beginning of
right.
it. Yeah, it'd make you so mad. You have to wait.
See, I'm not old enough to remember that, but I heard people talk about it.
For years, I thought the start of my favorite song back in the 80s was WFHK.
Right.
Or WTBY is what I thought.
They, you know, even if we record over that tape with, you know, dead silence, that imprint is there until we actually record over it.
Right.
And it's kind of the same way in the case of a residual haunting. Really, the only way to go about it is to imprint over it with something new.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we need to be aware of our mental and emotional states, what's going on around us, and make sure that we're not imprinting something that we're not gonna like to hear replayed later.
Right.
Something I always recommend is to try to be as positive as you can.
That's what I was about to ask you. Should you basically, you know, not force yourself, but we be aware of the type of energy that you're putting out.
Right. You know, something that we do a lot of times with clients is work with them to set up a routine for their home, because everything going on in their home might be residual, but the problem comes when there's so much of it going on that it's stressing them and, you know, irritating, and it's making them angry, and it's disturbing them, and, you know, can't sleep at night, and then you're losing sleep and you're getting irritated. What it takes is literally recording over by making lifestyle changes. Maybe it's not watching a certain type of movie in the house. Maybe it's not having certain people over anymore. It may be avoiding things that trigger a certain emotion in you.
It could also go down to all the way of avoid foods that make you feel bad.
Right. Things that, you know, there may be a recipe that one of your deceased relatives used to make, or something like that, or food that you and that relative enjoyed together a lot. And now when you have that dish, it makes you think of them, you get depressed, things like that. It could be
Pink,
anything.
One of our teammates, she's watching tonight. Hello, Pink. She says, especially if your loved ones love the holidays, it would seem as though more activity was happening, which is true, yeah.
Right, because even, you know, that there's certain rules that people have to do. They have to be mindful of themselves and what is triggering them. And, you know, they may have to set down rules like, you know, no movies of this type, or don't bring this type of food in the house, or something that I tell people often is don't argue in the house. You know, like with married couples that are having a lot of issues that they're fighting over. I tell them quite often, do not argue inside. If you have to argue outside in the house or outside in the yard and cool off for 2 hours before you come in, do not bring it in the house.
Now, you know, we always give the advice, and actually, you know, yes, advice to a lot of our clients when they call us. And one of the things that you tell them to do is always keep a journal, keep a log of the activity. Should they also keep a log during the holidays? Is that something that you would want to write down and jot down and maybe compare each holiday to what happened last year, possibly? Is that still a good thing to do, is actually write down what happens during the holidays?
Absolutely. With me, I don't care if you call, because I don't care if you call me because you get just a feeling that someone might be there, or if you're calling telling me that dishes are flying out of the counter and the cat's levitating across the living room, I don't care. If you call me, the first thing I'm going to tell you is to start a journal and backdate it. And the reason is that journal, you see all of these thousands of dollars worth of equipment that investigators have. None of those pieces of equipment are as effective as a well-kept journal. So it is critical, and that is something that so many people struggle with. They don't understand why we're asking for it.
Right.
It doesn't get the reaction like they have seen on TV. It's that's kind of the last thing that they're expecting us to ask of them.
Right.
And
not only that, but it helps them determine, times, emotions, but it also helps us when we come into their home and we ask for this journal and we say, well, this guy and this lady was in the room, they were mad at each other. 20 minutes later, something happens over by the fireplace. This guy leaves the room, nothing happens for a long time. He comes back in, something else happens. See, those are the little things that we can link together to possibly give you an answer of what's going on.
Right. That is something that we have to consider. Is what how do our actions affect our environment? What are the triggers for the activity? And that well-kept journal is going to give us a lot of those answers. Because we can see, is it a certain time of day? Is it when a certain person's around? And you see that pattern, especially when it's backdated very well. That is a better tool than $10,000 worth of paranormal.
Another question Linda has for us, do dreams count?
Yes, I always recommend, if you're having strange dreams, put them in the
we do
journal
believe
as well.
that spirits will visit you while you're asleep. So yes, that counts as well. If you have dreams about someone, definitely write it down the next morning about possibly what the dream was about, all that you can remember anyway. Because most of the time you can't remember every detail about a dream, but yes, we would say absolutely write down in a journal the dreams as well.
Well, for example, I mean, dreams tend to be our mind trying to tell us something.
Right. Now, I wasn't saying earlier that every dream you have about a past loved one or someone that you're thinking about or anything is them coming to see you. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it is our own mind, our own thoughts.
That, so when our minds are trying to tell us something, sometimes information kind of gets lost in translation. It doesn't make sense to us, but that's because we might dream for 15, 20 minutes solid, but we may only remember or actually recall maybe a minute of it, 3 minutes.
10 seconds of it. Yeah, I mean, it's
and dreams aren't exactly known for being coherent anyway. For example, we have to keep in mind too how much our environment affects us too. Just 3 or 4 nights ago, no, I take that back, it's been about a week ago. I remember waking up mad. I mean, I was just absolutely pissed. I was so mad.
Woke up Saturday night?
No.
No. Okay.
Well. But Sunday morning I woke up that way too.
Okay.
But,
all right.
But just for the record. It's side effect of the bet. I gotta quit doing that. There's a draft in here for some reason.
You need to. You should have got a longer skirt.
Right. Okay, chill out, Matt Lauer. No, did I say that loud?
That's too early. Too early.
Too soon.
I'm locking the doors now. Cha-chunk. Yeah. Sam Moyer said, "I love the wig."
Oh yeah.
We have a question here. I think a question. Go ahead. Let me see if this is a question or not.
But about the dreams, the other night I woke up, I was just absolutely mad. I was pissed. And it was about 3:30 in the morning when I woke up. And I remember in my dream, I don't know why, Bojangles, for anyone not from around here, it's a little fast food, little chicken place. But for some reason, I was in Bojangles, and I was trying to order my food, and nobody behind the counter was paying attention to ringing up my order.
Yeah.
They just kept talking to me about a stand-up mixer that they had back there that they were trying to sell. And I kept, saying, well, I don't care about the mixer. I don't want the mixer. I just want my chicken, And it was like a constant argument. And I'm getting mad, and I'd gotten so mad in my dream that I'd knocked everything off the counter, and I'm breaking stuff.
Over a chicken leg.
Right. Hey, you don't keep a fat boy from his fried chicken. And it, I remember getting so mad in my dream that I was yelling, I don't give a about your mixer, and
PG-13, yeah, we don't have the bleep button on it.
But, I was just furious. And right after that's when I woke up. Well, the TV was on, and over on the TV was one of those 30-minute infomercials where they were trying to sell a stand-up mixer. And I was overhearing that commercial. And
so the commercial was actually in your dream.
Mm-hmm.
You were subconsciously hearing the commercial.
I was hearing the commercial, and it was affecting my dream. So in my dream, they kept talking about a stand-up mixer. Kept talking.
Did you buy the mixer? Did you ever buy the mixer?
I was so mad that I wanted to break it. That mixer was coming between me and my fried chicken.
I just wanted some chicken.
Right.
Let's see. Zach is watching. Carolyn is watching. Hello, Carolyn. Charles McLaughlin, he's joined us now. He had a statement earlier that, of course, I answered in chat. Hey, Charles, thanks for, we can change the topic at any time. This is a show where we talk a little about nothing, or what? I done messed it up, didn't I? Yeah. Little about everything and a lot about nothing.
Right.
So that's how this show goes. So if we can start getting a lot of questions about an investigation, we'll stop and answer those questions.
Right, absolutely.
And that's why you see me looking at my phone all the time. It's not that I'm sitting here playing golf or words with friends or anything. I'm actually watching chat so we can keep up and we can interact.
I'm doing photos for Instagram.
Oh, duck face. You have to have those, don't you? Yeah, we could get one too here.
Right.
Yeah, we need to stop this. Right. We're liable to get modeling contracts for doing that.
But was that crack always in the lens right here?
I don't
this crack here.
We broke it. Oh Lord, man. All right, let's get back to the show. We ventured off there. That was it. So it's kind of hard to be serious with you sitting here in a cheerleader outfit.
Right. I'm tired of people not taking me serious. I'm taking my pom-poms and going home.
So, because every time I look over there at you, I can't help but almost giggle. It's funny. I can't. I smile.
I'm the one in the skirt. You shouldn't be giggling like a schoolgirl.
I can't help it. I can't help it. It is just 3 years of losing has finally come to surface. The Alabama dynasty is over. The Tigers are taking up now. So that's all I can say. And you're proof positive right there. But anyway, we were talking about your dream and how dreams can affect the energy that we put out while we're sleeping even. So
Right, yeah, because absolutely what I was dreaming was directly caused by the commercial that was on the TV. So, it had a direct and significant impact on it.
Renee Reed Kramer says, looking good, Frank.
Oh, thank you.
I think this look is going great. I think everybody here loves it. I think.
I appreciate everyone appreciating my natural beauty here. I just hate it that it took this to make it happen.
I think you should dress like this every show from now on.
I think you should quit thinking.
Too many monsters tonight. It's got my brain buzzing over here. But one other thing, we were talking about was also during the holidays, people like to get out and they like to do investigations, especially when they have time off and everything like that. And we had thought about coming on and telling people a few safety tips while they go out and do their investigations. So we can talk about that for a few minutes. One of the things that we like to do right off the bat when we arrive, we like to arrive early, of course. You absolutely want to do a walkthrough during the day to where there's good light, especially if it's an abandoned building. You got to look for insects, animals, stray people just hanging out in there, So it's always great to go through, do a walkthrough, find your danger zones so that way you can avoid them when you're walking around with no light at all later on that night.
Well, and not to mention, going in the daylight, you're going to see things that you would most likely miss at night. Things that, it's good to go in there for a couple of hours and just kind of observe, see what noises you hear, find the causes for them. Go ahead and rule out what you can so that you're not hearing, say, a loose door squeaking or something like that and thinking that, it's something paranormal going on. Perfect case in point for that. Look on the C.A.S.P.I.R Facebook page, facebook.com/C.A.S.P.I.R.paranormal, C.A.S.P.I.R, and look through our live videos. There's a video that we had posted in first part of September. We're actually from an abandoned sanatorium, and as I'm going through the building, there are several. I want to say it's the third one that I posted, because there actually was some strange stuff going on during the day while we were doing our walkthrough that we were able to get on the camera, and everyone's seen it as we were seeing it. Some disembodied footsteps, some strange things like that going on. But in one particular video, I go up to the 5th floor and I'm hearing these loud bangs and these strange sounds, and I can't explain it. Now, had it been dark, because there's no power above the 1st floor of this building. So had it been dark, I would have been very limited on my visibility. There were pigeons everywhere. and they were flying around, and they were banging into the windows, hitting the walls, hitting everything. It sounded like someone was moving furniture and throwing things against the walls, stuff like that.
Now, how bad would that have been if you'd have walked to the 5th floor at midnight, not knowing there was pigeons up there? Walk in, and all of a sudden, it's like walking through a covey of quail. If anyone's out there has ever done that, it will make you fall to your knees because you think something's done got you. It's done. I'm over. So,
and by knowing that they were up there, one, that helped me avoid a hazard in itself. But two, if I'd heard, strange bangs, something like that I couldn't otherwise explain, that might have caused me to mistake something for being paranormal that wasn't.
Yep. And another thing that we like to do on our safety tips is, one thing, you've got to carry around a first aid kit with you. You've got to have it with some kind of antiseptic spray, Band-Aids, butterfly stitches, whatever you can take with you. Alcohol, because you are going to fall eventually. Yeah, we all make mistakes. We misjudge something, especially when you're looking through a little viewfinder and pitch black dark. You're going to hit your head. It is always best to be on the safe side so you don't get some kind of infection because you never know what's inside the dust, bird poop. You know, all this stuff here will cause an infection, and not a very good one. So that's why you always have a first aid kit. Do a walkthrough during the day. Look at the structure of the house. If it's an old house, you really have to look at the beams and the supporting walls. Because if you get in there and run into a beam and all of a sudden the whole top of the house comes down on you, those are the things that you need to look for during your initial walkthrough.
Right. Because yeah, you want to find those trip hazards, and you know, you want to find are there nails sticking out of a wall, or you know, are there is there anything there that could poke you, cut you, or hit? Anything you can trip over, any weak surfaces? Are there any signs of any critters being in there? You know, you want to avoid all that. You don't want to go to look for some paranormal activity and leave with, you know, a night full of disappointment and tetanus.
Lockjaw.
Right. So
I have a question here. Charles made a comment here. He said, there's a spirit in the ambulance I work in every third day. Can a spirit haunt a vehicle? Is that possible? That's something that I don't know. I've never researched. And I'm pretty sure, you know, thinking about it, just, you know, the stuff that I am aware of in the paranormal, if it can attach itself to an object, surely it can attach itself to an ambulance, a vehicle.
I would think, you know, if they can, you know, if they can transcend the basic laws of physics and space and time, you know, stick around at a house or a location, then I would certainly see it as a possibility. Of course, a vehicle, or, you know, any object, basically anything that has mass also has some ability. You know, some materials have more than others, but everything has some ability to absorb that energy that we put off. The same as we can create a residual haunting in a house. You know, we could also, that same energy could imprint into a vehicle or into objects. You know, how many times do you hear of someone, they buy an object, then the next thing they know, you know, weird things are going on in the home.
Mm-hmm.
They get rid of the object, it stops.
Right.
And that, so I would definitely think that it's a possibility.
Yeah, I think so too. Sam believes that they can too. Sam Moyer commented, why not? If they can follow you home. Good point. Yeah, if they can follow you home, attach themselves to you, they could probably attach themselves to anything. So a good comment there, for sure.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Everybody's talking about vodka and let's see, colder temperatures. Yes, colder temperatures. This time of year absolutely helps to power the activity going around. We are a firm believer in that. Yeah, go on and shake them, Frank. Right. It's okay. I know you feel the urge to do it.
I was sliding them over a little closer to you. I was gonna try and. I thought about trying to embarrass him, but then I remembered what I'm wearing right now, and I thought, nah.
Well,
I'll wait till.
You know, it has been a long time since I've done any candlesticks or you know, any herkies. The last time I did an arch, there was an emergency room visit, so crap. I just lost our video. So anyway, like I said, that's the last time that I tried to do any more cheerleading. But yeah, if you need some help doing a little pom-pom, I'll help you out here, but you have to do the majority of it. Oh, let's see if we can get back on here. There we are. Now I can get back with the comments. All right, so.
That, you know, we like to laugh and have fun, and you know, I tell people all the time when they ask me about the team, I say we are serious about having fun doing serious research.
Right.
And laughter, talking about everything residual. Laughter is one of the best ways to imprint over an emotion or an imprint that you might not want around.
Right.
So I would suggest, if you're feeling depressed, do whatever you got to do. Get some funny movies. Have someone over that makes you laugh. Do whatever.
Absolutely.
But that anxiety, the depression, anything like that you feel like residually in an area, try to override it with,
And that's why the C.A.S.P.I.R team, we do not use provocation, none whatsoever. We started out, and when we first started C.A.S.P.I.R, we all got together and we all agreed that provocation is not the best way to communicate with the spirits. So we do not do that. So we always try to keep the energy positive, fun, possibly, So, because an investigation will get monotonous. You're sitting there for 8 hours and not doing anything. It's going to be a long night. So yeah, you've got to laugh and enjoy and keep the morale up, because you're going to have another one coming up that you're going to have to do it again. Plus, you're fixing to have a lot of audio and video review to do, so you're really going to be depressed then. So save it all for that time.
Just do the math here. For anyone who doesn't quite appreciate that, the stuff they don't show you on TV, especially. For instance, but let me see. We've got about 18, 20 DVR cameras, and maybe
we've got 12 cameras, because I broke 2 of them the other day accidentally. I forgot to tell you, by the way. 4 or 5 handheld cameras, 10,000 miles of cord.
We literally have we literally have a little over 3 miles worth of video cable. I know with camcorders and the handheld cameras, between that and GoPro, I know we've got at least a good 10 of those.
Yes.
That's not counting stationary cameras.
Our game cameras that we set up. We have 3 of those.
So by the time you do the math, I mean, so you figure 14 DVRs, maybe 12 regular video cameras. I don't know 4 stationary cams. So there is about 26, 28 cameras right there?
Right there, yeah.
Okay, so 26, 28 cameras. Say we do a short investigation. Say we're only there about 6 hours. Multiply 6 times 24, 26, and that's how many?
That's 144.
So that's how many hours?
How many hours of video you have to watch?
Oh, and that doesn't
a couple times. And the audio, that's totally different. Oh my goodness. Sarah has a question real quick for us. Do you think a spirit would hurt someone close to you when it's attached to you? I believe so. I think when a spirit attaches itself to you, excuse me, I think that it's claiming you, basically. You are his territory now, so it is actually going to keep its territory, keep its host, I guess you can say. So yes, I believe that it will.
Well, and something too is like in a poltergeist situation, for instance, where there's not even an actual intelligent entity there. It's something stemming from a person.
Pink has a good one. She thinks that it actually depends on the nature of the spirit as well. Right. So yeah, good point, Pink. Great. We need to get her up here now to do the show, man. We need to doggone. She's having better answers than we do, and we got the show. So.
Now,
thank you, Pink.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing too is like in a poltergeist situation, there's not even a spirit per se there, It's just basically energy tied to a living person's subconscious that they're usually not even aware of, that they are controlling. And even the person themselves that it's stemming from tends to be the focal point of physical attacks and things like that.
Right.
Because that person's emotional state or mental state. Because a lot of times when something gets so severe that it leads to a poltergeistic case, they have a lot of anger toward themselves. So a lot of times there's guilt, there's shame, a lot of negative emotions toward themselves. They see themselves in such a bad way that this energy that they're manifesting is working off their subconscious and inadvertently causing it to attack themselves the same way that they tend to attack themselves emotionally.
Right. Yeah. Great point there. Great point. So she also made a comment that it did actually happen. So she just wanted us to know that it actually did happen. So, but yeah, Sarah, she was the one that we went here over in local here. So yeah, she told us we needed to come back. She said she had another table thrown across the room, the marble table. That was an interesting case. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago as well. Frank knows, yes. So, but so during the holidays, activity will pick up. We've talked about that. We've talked about some safety precautions when you go on an investigation. We've made fun of Frank for about 10 minutes earlier in the show since he lost the bet. So I guess, do you want to go on and make a bet for next year?
We'll work on it.
We'll
have to think about what the bet's going to be.
Well, I say we keep it the same. I say, hey, why not Donald try to get a cheerleader outfit?
I'll tell you what.
There's a chance, there is a possibility that we could meet again, Auburn and Alabama, in the playoffs. Because if Oklahoma or Wisconsin or who's that other, the number one team that's above us, I don't remember them. We're number 2 is all I know. Oklahoma, I think it is. So, that's Laura's team too, isn't it? Oklahoma. Wow. Anyway, if any of those lose, Alabama could move right back up into the top and we play each other again. But let's just wait. I'm like you. We'll wait.
I've got an idea.
Okay.
I say we wait and see what kind of ideas that everybody who watches this.
Oh, there you go. What does our viewers want us to do the next time we bet? Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, we'll have to do a show on that the next time when we find out if we have to play each other again. We may have to do this again.
Right.
So. But hey, you've already got your outfit. I mean, you've been through this once. I mean, the way you've put yourself together, this does not look like the first time you've done this. So I'm just saying, Frank.
Times are tough.
I can see that you have another trade that you can always go into if cable TV doesn't work out.
Driving through here, I had to lock the car doors. I kept. Well, anyway, that's a whole different show.
Man, this has been an awesome show. I have had a lot of fun sitting here looking at Frank. Every time I look over, I smile for some reason. It's got to be the bob. There's something about the bob right there. You're trying to get out of it, but you're not. You're gonna stay here. We got how much longer we got? 4 minutes. Yeah. You still got 4 minutes, by George, to sit here. So,
right.
So we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna next week. We're gonna have another show Thursday night as well, minus the cheerleader outfit, unless Frank just wants to wear it. Then then I may not be on the show because that means he's starting to like it, and I don't know if I can do a show with.
Next week it's his turn.
Oh no! See, we haven't bet yet. We haven't done that yet. So. But everyone says thanks for the laugh, Frank. It's been great. And hey, we've had a lot of fun doing it as well. We are glad we can come on and laugh with y'all, laugh at Frank, which is what we've been doing quite a bit here lately. I made a video, if you haven't seen it, 6 minutes after the Iron Bowl was over. I made a video and sent to Frank. You can go to the Controlled Chaos Live Facebook page and see that video that we posted. We've just had a lot of fun, like I said, over the last 3 or 4 days. We wanted to come on and have a little fun with you guys, and it has been. We've had a lot of good time. We've had a lot of fun. So we hope that you got a little bit of information in between our little quirky jokes and our
general humiliation.
Yeah, general humiliation. We're not very good with vocabulary words or spelling, stuff like that. And we're always happy to see somebody come on and enjoy the show.
So, yeah, let me see. I think it's close enough to call it.
I think so, yeah.
Is it?
But even if we turn the camera off, you got to stay in it 2 minutes. Yeah, it's a full hour. That was the bet. As a matter of fact, we may need to go walk up Cogswell up there or something like that. Go downtown, 231, walk up and down it a few times. Thanks, Linda. Linda says it's a good show. Thanks for joining us. So, with that being said, I guess we can say good night.
Yay.
Would you like to end the show with a good little cheer here? Show some enthusiasm. You'll never make it without enthusiasm.
It's over. Yay. I'm finally excited about that.
All right. Yeah, this is the most excited he's been since he got here this afternoon. Is the end of the show. He actually gets to get now the thongs I saw you pulling. Did you go all that way too? You didn't go all the way down to the.
I couldn't find like a leotard or anything. I just had to go commando. Well, camera's still on. Never mind.
Oh my goodness! I'm glad you waited to the end of the show to tell me that for sure. Whoa.
I kept wondering why there was such a draft in here.
You've been saying that, and it never crossed my mind. So. Yeah, let's end the show so you can get back in regular gear here, because that just put an image across my mind right there that I'm going to have bad dreams tonight.
So, well, with that being said, everyone have a great week.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you next week when things are back to normal.
Back to normal.
Well, as normal.
Somewhat. That's as normal as
normal as, as normal as it gets with us.
All right. So Frank is going to shut us down, and thanks everyone for watching. Good night, and we will see y'all next Thursday. Same time, same location.
Let's see.
You don't have to do that this time, Frank.
Wait.
You're close up.
Is it? Wait, this button?
No. Oh,
no,
man.
This one. Wait, no. Maybe.
There we go. See. You got it. You got it.
Let's see. Did I get it? Is it? Wait, where's that button at?